Hello friends, and welcome to another episode. In today's video, we're going to tell you a story about an incredible companionship between two friends. Before we start, if you are new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. If you are already done, then let's get on with it. This story is told by James.
I had a neighbor, a little boy named Peter. It goes without saying that we can't choose our parents, but Peter was particularly unlucky with them. He didn't know his dad at all, but at the same time, he had many potential stepfathers who went drinking with his mother. I often saw her go out in the evening. The kid's only joy was a mongrel named Benji. The dog had arrived with one of his mother's friends. The man had disappeared, but the dog stayed. Maybe Benji felt sorry for the boy. I used to see Peter playing all alone in his yard. Or maybe Benji was lonely too. All in all, the dog and the child became friends. One day, Child Protection Services finally decided to separate Peter from his mother. When they arrived, Benji went crazy. I saw him nearly bite the strangers who were taking away his best friend, and one of the policemen who was present at the time almost shot the dog. However, Benji was an intelligent and quick-witted dog. As soon as the man in uniform reached for his gun, I saw the dog run back to the fence, and he barked at them from there instead. The car with Peter in it began to drive away from our street, and I watched Benji quietly chase after it. I didn't see Peter anymore after that, but I heard about what happened at the children's shelter. The very next morning, at the fence of the shelter, the staff noticed an unfamiliar dog. They tried to shoo the dog away, but Benji didn't want to leave. He was looking at the entrance of the children's shelter as if waiting for someone. They took pity on the dog and threw him some food, and he did not refuse. In the evening, he disappeared, but in the morning, he returned to his post. When the children were taken outside for a walk, Benji immediately whined. He got excited and tried to crawl between the narrow bars of the fence, but this time he was rudely chased away. The staff were scared he would bite the children. However, the dog always came back. He disappeared every night, but in the morning he was always there, waiting at the gate of the children's shelter. The staff were thinking of calling a service that catches stray dogs. Luckily, though, the story ended well. One day, Benji managed to crawl between the bars of the fence while the children were having a walk. He rushed over to Peter, who was sitting alone. The boy didn't feel like playing with anyone because he was so far away from his family. Peter was in an unfamiliar environment, which he still had to get used to. Suddenly, something almost knocked him down, and the boy felt a familiar, rough tongue licking his palms. The staff of the children's shelter, who had rushed from all sides to save the child, stopped in wonder. The joy of these two together, the child and the dog, was unforgettable. Finally, I heard that even the strict headmistress felt sympathy, and she allowed the dog to live in the yard of the shelter, under the watchful eye of Igor, who was working in the children's shelter as a watchman. Igor built a kennel for Benji and put a chain on it as instructed by the headmistress. The dog certainly wasn't used to being chained, but he didn't resist it. He was ready to do anything for his best friend. The most important thing is that they were finally together, and I know that even though Peter is still at the children's shelter, Benji is there with him. Today, the children will soon go for a walk, and Benji will be impatiently running to and fro because he knows that his little friend will soon come running to him.
What an incredible story of friendship and devotion between a dog and a boy. What do you think about this story? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, then subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll be the first to know when a new video comes out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.